Hello, today I'd like to show you Guardian Policy Engine, how it works, what kind of functionality and capabilities does it have. So what you can see on my screen is examples of user interfaces for this functionality. On the left side, it is web application where all configurations set up take place. On the right side, it is mobile application which holds keys and allow to execute such operations as confirmation, approval of different kinds of operations. First of all, we need log into our mobile application, and this will allow to scan a QR code and to get into my web application. So there are a number of things here. The first one is user management. We can invite user and we can set up a role. The thing here is that we have divided all roles and responsibilities, and it allows to have as many roles to any user as it needed to provide specific number of accesses. Now let's move to policy section. There are two pre-configured policies now. The first one is a whitelist. It says that all transactions to this address could be successfully executed. However, any transactions to any other destination address will be automatically rejected. The second one is value limit policy, and it said that it allows any transactions below $10,000 without any restrictions. However, all transactions above this amount will require manual approval from this user. Now let's create additional one policy. Let's call it maximum limit. Choose our Ethereum currency, our asset, and we can see a policy builder. The first toggle on the top allows us to turn on or turn off manual approval with M of n participants. Now there is a main block of policy builder. We can add a rule and pick up a needed rule or artifact here. You can see things that we have implemented already, and it is transaction destination, which allows to build whitelists or block lists. It is transaction amount, it is velocity limit, business hours, and even such things as elliptic oracle, which allows to connect through API elliptic service, elliptic account, and build inside Guardian policy engine a risk rating rule, which will evaluate risk rating itself and then take a decision based on it. Let's pick up transaction amount, and what we really can is to combine any kind of artifacts, set up rules among them, and create a pretty sophisticated policies groups. But let's create a maximum amount limit. For this reason, I need to choose, let's say, lower or equal operator. I can choose if I'd like to set up a rule in Ethereum or fiat currency. For this use case, let's keep using USD, and let's say $50,000 is our maximum limit. So all transactions above this limit will be automatically rejected. I need to verify policy summary and proceed. In this moment, I get inside my mobile application confirmation request. I can review again this policy and confirm this operation. We have implemented 4 ICE rules inside all engine within any kind of operations. For example, as we are creating a policy now, it requests additionally to approve the same operation. When we have inside the system more than one policy admin, it will never allow to one user confirm and approve this operation, saying that it will be impossible for any user to create something or delete on their own and require to approval from their colleague. So that's why I need to approve this operation now. We can see this policy, it has a status processing, and now it is active. In reality, it is a smart contract which has been just deployed in a no-code way, as I have just shown to you. So now it's time to execute some test transactions. I will use my terminal here, and you can see the basic inputs for this transaction. It is destination address, our whitelisted one, and a small amount of Ethereum. Let's send this transaction. I can go to dashboard now, and I can see that this operation is processing and now it has success status. Let's test our whitelist first. So I can use the same transaction data here, but let's change one symbol. For example, let's change 2 to 1 and send this transaction. You can see that this transaction was automatically rejected, and if we're going into details, we can see rejection reason. It says that whitelist was violated. Now let's send transaction with amount of 10 Ethereum, and it should require a manual approval. I can see here a request for manual approval from my user fiduciary. I can overview all information, including amount, source address, destination address, and there are two options, reject or approve. So let's approve this operation. Again, in our dashboard, you can see processing status, and right in a second, it has success status now. And let's try the last transaction. So let's send now 50 Ethereum, which will exceed our new created maximum limit policy and should be automatically rejected. Yes, so you can see again, rejection reason is violating of our maximum limit policy. So that's it. Thanks for your attention.